Okay, everybody. Edward. I hope you'll. Oh, let me. I got to get cool for this one right here. So here's a. Anyway, let me see. All right, here's a song. Here's a band called Little Feat, Feat, and it's a good album. Waiting for Columbus. I know there are other ones. There's another album called Feats Don't Fail Me Now, and but Waiting for Columbus has some good stuff on it. I'm pretty sure it's live. You know, it has Dixie Chicken, which is a great story, funny story, and you may know. I don't know, but it's some good stuff. And Edward, I hear that you're playing guitar every day, and that is really good. I mean, you know, we hopefully Robin Trower inspired you a little bit. I don't know. That's it. When we all went to see him, that was good. But let me play a cool song here. I mean, Linda Ronstadt covered this song, but Lowell George, he was the leader of Little Feat. He's the one who, you know, he plays really amazing slide guitar. I mean, he has all those fancy amps like Stevie Ray Vaughan used to get, like Dumble amps and stuff. And he was a really genius with the guitar. So, you know, this song, it's called Willin. And, I mean, Linda Ronstadt covered it, like I said, she may have done it at the Grammys. It may have done it at like a president, one of the presidents, something to do with the president there too, you know. You know how sometimes rock and roll stars play for the president. But anyway, here's a cool song. I'll show you how it's done. The chords say G. You know, it's like I was driven by rain. And he does it. Then he goes to F sharp, from G to F sharp. I've been driven by rain. I've been warped by the rain, driven by snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know? But I'm still willing. So that's the way the chords say something like that to do. But really, he does it up here as a G up instead of the G there. He does it up here. If you hear the song, and he just does, and then instead of hitting the octave, he'll go down to the B string. So he hits the A string, that's a G note, and here's the F sharp we're going to go to. Here's the E we're going to go to. Then we're going to go to C. Then we're going to go to the normal G. And the C, D. We don't play all the strings neither. We don't. We kind of pick around. Like this one we hit the G note, which is on the A string, and then the B string. So we're going to do that. And that's the G we're going to hit. Then he's going to hit the F sharp minor here. That makes it, instead of putting it here, he's going to put his finger here. And same thing with the E minor. Then he goes back to C. I don't know. I still stay like that, but you can go hit the whole C, then go to G. And go hit a C note and move it up to the D. C, D, E, F, G. Anyway, C. So let's do it. I was warped by the rain, driven by snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know? But I'm still willing. I was out on the road late at night, saw my pretty Alice in every headlight. Alice. Now this part has a little bit of, we need to talk about this part too. Because I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari to Hatchapay to ton to pay back to G. They're giving every kind of rig that's ever been made. It's like a walk up from the G, but it's like this, like G, A string, and part of the C note, right? C note. Then it's like a here, which is a G B. Or else you can just do whatever if you want to do that. But the way he does it is Driving in the back roads so I wouldn't get way. And if you give me, then he does this part and he walks it back down that same trail. Weed, whites, and wine. And I do this, I add this. Put your finger on the B string. When you're hitting the G note, a G chord, it just sounds good. And you show me a sign, I'll be willing. I kind of like, you can just pick around up here. So, I'll go to the next verse. I've been, and you might be tempted to stay here, because that's where you're supposed to be. I've been kicked by the wind. But no, it's really, I've been kicked by the wind, robbed by the, kicked by the wind, robbed by the sleet. Have my head stoved in, but I'm still on my feet. But I'm still in a whole lot of trouble. Now I kind of changed the words a little bit here to make it a little bit better. I was moving some smokes from Mexico. I get baked every time I go to Mexico. I'm still willing. I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari Perry to Hatchapay to Tonopay. I'm driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driving in the back road so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. The guy will move anything for you. Yeah, so that's Lowell George. He left us like probably when he was like 28 years old, a long time ago. He was like 300 pounds. He loved to eat, loved his drugs. You know, he died of a heart attack, but he had heroin in his system, so people are saying, but when he did die from a heart attack. You know, he did that song. I see the bright lights of Memphis, at the Commodore Hotel. Is it at the Commodore? No, I think he does it in A. I seen the bright lights of Memphis at the Commodore Hotel. Anyway, he tells a song. I got to remember how to play it in the words, but it's great. He's got a cool piano in it. Got some cool guitar in it. So there's that. I'm gonna come back in a second and play another song. The song I mentioned to you, Edward, Mr. Bojangles. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna stop this now and go to another one in case one of them's messed up.